Perfect at last. Oh, I'm so pleased. In the last video, I removed the steering wheel as it was wobbling around everywhere. And in this video, I want to install the new bearing. But as you'll see, it wasn't that simple. I've been trying to get this ball bearing out here, or this, you know, whatever it is, bearing, and I can't. So I'm going to have to somehow take this off completely. So that looks like fun, but I don't think I've got a choice. I've looked at the drawings and there's only allegedly 3 bolts holding this in. They're shear bolts, so as you tighten them up, the bit that you put the socket on shears off when it's tight enough, so it means you can't get them undone. But I've got these weird sockets which are designed to get stripped bolts out of things, so where you've rounded the bolt out you can use these. So I'm going to see if I've got one that fits and try and use that. Oh wow, something's worked, that's good. So that's what the shear bolt looks like at the top, just round. On that top bit there, there's another shaft with which you can put a socket on, and then once you've tied it up it just shears off, and then you can't do it, and I guess that stops people stealing them. Right, this is all loose now. So I've just got to work out how to actually get it off. So I need to undo the key barrel next because it's stopping this coming out. And in here I got some more shear bolts, so I'm going to try my little socket set again. Unfortunately the little socket wouldn't get in there, so I had to drill some holes and use a bolt extractor instead, which worked perfectly. So I've took more of the thing off. Oh dear. Not a great job. Right, so I've got this out, but doesn't really solve my problem yet. I've got to get this out, this bearing. So this shaft's got to come out. So that's my next challenge. Right, by banging that through, it's taken out our butchered bearing. So clean it all up, hopefully put it all back together. Right, so I've got to knock this back through now, put the bolt on so I can hit the bolt. Okay, so bang that in, a slight change of tone so it's all flush. Now I need to get my bearing on here, which I might have to use the press for, which is fine. Right, okay. So these two bits, that is actually the bit that broke. This bit, the old one sort of was fine till I butchered it. However, it is really rusty and corroded. But actually, I think you could just take this bit and push a new, that is the bit that cracked. So you could, if I could have left it all together, put one of those on, it probably would have been fine. Oh man, how would I have known that? Suppose I could have gone on YouTube. Now I need to push that on, press it on really, or tap it on. Idiot, can't believe it. Anyway, doesn't matter, it's fine, Shane. I'll just get that in there. I just need to put something over it and tap it in. And this is where it starts to unravel. I've got the bearing. I'm going to try and knock it into place, and hey presto, we're done, right? Well, no, because there is actually that white circular nylon washer is causing me problems. I can't get it fitted in. So I've pretty much butchered that. So that is the end of today. I'm going to go and have a rest because I'm going to set fire to this thing. Okay, new day, happy, smiley me. So I debated whether to just not show you anything that happened yesterday because it felt pretty embarrassing actually when you just Google for 30 seconds and it just shows what happens. This is a totally common issue, happens all the time. You get the movement and it is just that sort of nylon insert that needs replacing, so you don't need to do any of this that I did yesterday. It's total waste of time. In fact, this is Friday last week, so just been reading some comments and sorry I can't remember the name, but they said, oh yeah, it's like a 5-minute job sort of thing, all you need is the insert. Yeah, so it just shows, it's just whenever you do anything on these cars, regardless of how simple it starts, don't go down that rabbit hole, which is what I did yesterday. I was like, right, I can't fix that, so I need to do this, need to do that, without stopping and going, okay, let's just Google it and see if anyone else has done it on YouTube, and then that's the easiest way to solve these problems. So so I'm going to leave all that embarrassing stuff in yesterday because I think that's the way it's got to be. And it does say on the internet, turn a 3-hour job into a 15-minute job. This definitely took me 3 hours yesterday. So I'm going to put it back in nice and calmly, relax, and then I've got the insert on its way because the nylon one I was using yesterday I busted. Again, probably because I was in a sort of fairly impatient, aggressive mood. Maybe I should have been a butcher, but there we are. That's probably offensive to butchers, but anyway, I'll crack on. Oh, the other thing is I had to put the roof down because we've had so much rain, 2 weeks of solid rain in the UK, everywhere's flooded, the roof started leaking. So then there's water in the car, etc. So I've had to put the roof up. No big deal, but still, that just was the icing on the cake yesterday. Can you see the difference? No. No, we're exactly where we were 6 hours ago. So that was frustrating. So after all the messing about I've done, I now have this. It's a nylon replacement bush, and it basically is non-factory. It's from a company called Redline. It slides in, apparently improves everything dramatically, and it's a 15-minute job in total rather than the 6 hours or whatever I've spent removing all that stuff, putting it all back together, etc, etc. So that's the job I'm going to do now. I'm going to hopefully just tap it in, put the steering wheel back on, and hey presto. Yeah, that is really nice now. Wow. And the horn definitely works. Okay. Perfect at last. Oh, I'm so pleased. Unbelievable. I've been checking the blower system on this car, but I can't really make it much progress. So you've got some dials up here. This is all apparently the fresh air stuff, so it doesn't control the blowers. So there's not much going on there, just levers. Then you've got two more levers here, which give you the heat directed from the engine, like a Volkswagen Beetle. So when they're up, it's allowing hot air through. And then you've got switches here, which, from what I understand, is the bit that controls the blowers. But when I have it all switched on, nothing going on. There is these two cables as well, which seem to be on a switch here, and they join. When they join, one would assume that triggers something, but nothing's making any difference. So that's going to take some more research, but I'm going to bolt it all back together because I've got to get it ready for the trimmer, and then we'll have to go from there. Before I put it all back together, I'm just going to take this switch out and do some testing to try and eliminate that as a problem, and then I can put it back together and hopefully I won't have to take it back to bits again. So I've tested this blower, it works absolutely fine. I've took it out previously because when I was trying to get the immobiliser out, I needed to take this out because the wires were in the way. So I've got to put that back in. I've got a bit of new hose because the old hose had just disintegrated. So I've got a bit of new hose. Next job, get that in. Interior wise, this is what we've got left. This centre console piece that goes down the tunnel is original. That is an original carpet, but look at the state of it, so I think that's beyond repair. These are not original. There's no carpet that goes underneath, that was gone. The parcel shelf's been recovered at some point in a really not so nice product, so I think that's going to be probably done in sort of a blue leather because that was an option. I've got these that go on the front, on the sides by the pedals to the right that cover the blower motors. I've got this, which I can't remember what that is, but I'm sure we'll find out. And then this is just a sort of carpet that went in the front. I don't know whether it's a genuine thing or not, but it's in a right mess, so I'm going to get that swapped as well. So that's what we kind of got left. Obviously we've got the centre console and bits and bobs, but that's it. So when I take it to the trimmer, hopefully it's going to make it all mint and it's going to come back looking lovely. This is the footrest that goes in the floor of the passenger side. It's a bit of a mess. It's got this rusty metal bracket that needs to be removed and replaced. The rest of it is delaminating, but it's still got all the bends in the right places. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to glue it, clamp it, leave it overnight, let it dry out, and build a new bracket. Okay, that's worked fine. It's solid now. It's not in obviously perfect condition, but it's all solid, so that's the main thing. Made a little new bracket, so that goes on there, that goes like that, and then that goes into the floor. Job done. Final piece of the jigsaw. Oh yes. Tell you what, that feels fantastic. Imagine what it's going to feel like when it's properly mint in here. Exciting times. Another piece of the jigsaw. This panel here hides all that rubbish behind the dash, and it's also got these little pop studs, so when the guys make the carpet that goes in here, there's studs around the place which they'll press into. Okay, so it might not win any awards for carpentry skills, but I did it freehand because I thought I could spend hours and hours measuring, cutting, blah blah, but I just drew it out roughly, got it fitting. It's going to do a really good job if they want to use it, but it will just at least give it a flat finish to the carpet and everything. I can't see anywhere that the original 911 of this age had a piece of hardboard over there anyway. It was just carpet from what I can see. I've looked everywhere. So if the trims decide to use it, I'll let them use it. If not, we'll chuck it away, no big deal. So I've put all the bits and bobs I've got for the interior in here. Quite a large boot, which is handy. So we're going to go off to the trimmers next. Be away for about a week, but hopefully when I come back it'll look mint inside. Then I'll fit the stereo, get onto the mechanicals with the engine and the gearbox, and you never know, might be in for a road trip soon. Bit of luck. We're off on our way to Hales Owen to the trimmer, and I'll be leaving it there for a week while they work their magic, and hopefully it'll look fantastic when it's done, but we'll see. Okay, that's it for this week. The car is gone, empty garage. Well, sort of. I've got the SL500 there, which a few of you commented on, saying they like the look of that. That's another project which I haven't yet started, but I might start that as I've got a bit of time now, because the Porsche I think will be away for at least a week. So thanks to everyone for watching, thanks for subscribing, and please do keep the comments going. I've got loads to go on. I do read them all, and I've got, yeah, when the Porsche comes back, I've got some things to explore with that engine problem, thanks to a lot of comments out there. So I've narrowed it down. I think we know what to do next, and we'll go from there. But yeah, please spread the word, like it, subscribe, etc, etc. I get a lot more views than subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. It'll just help the channel get out there, which will really motivate me. So thanks for watching. See you next time.